motion that we ask Miss Bulma to cook something for us.
What kind of training should I do next?
I motion that we ask Miss Bulma to cook something for us.
Oh crap. I just realized you can't hear me. My bad. I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. Welcome in Hiei, welcome in Monkey Big, welcome in Side-Eye. How you guys doing? Anyways, I was trying to say, you couldn't hear me, but what I was trying to say is, they introduced the fact that we were gonna get a ranked reset, right? We were gonna get a new season of ranked, but unfortunately, that's not happening. We're basically just getting maintenance after maintenance. So I guess they're gonna do the rank reset another day. It was supposed to be today, but not happening today, unfortunately. But we're still gonna stream Sparking Zero. For some reason, this mode is back without any announcement prior. So, hey, it's an option, right? But yeah, I'm looking forward to see what kind of rewards we're gonna get. Hopefully they introduce costumes, because we have like 5, and they're not great. There are a few good costumes, right? But they're only really for Goku. Everybody else kind of has a limbo state right now where they have no costumes, or if they do have costumes, they're all just meh. You woke up from a nap, it's still storming, damn. Rewards, which people keep assuming are anything besides a rank badge and Xenia titles. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I'm hoping we get something other than just titles, because they're lame. They're low-key kind of lame. That's why why does YouTube say, I'm your #1 fan, man? Are you? That is interesting. I'm kind of curious why it does that. Went up at 4 a.m., then it went back down. That's really interesting. Okay, today I will admit I do have mods enabled again. So I have obviously my blue mod enabled, Type C. I have my stable camera mod enabled. I also downloaded a mod that introduces or adds a bunch of Tenkaichi music back and replaces the Sparking Zero songs. So we're going to be listening to some Tenkaichi tracks. Can you guys hear the game fine? I hope you guys can hear the game fine, because if not, I can add it a little bit. Cherry camera shake. I did not add the cherry camera shake because it ends up changing the camera shake for everything. So certain animations get a crazy amount of shake, and it makes my eyes go a little crazy. You can't hear the game? Okay, hold on, let me turn it up. Can you hear it now?
Would you like to give a comment?
I never take it off. Gotcha. Unless they do an actual patch update to add new stuff, there's nothing new. Yeah. I just hope they do something, you know? Something other than titles or Zenny or Dragon Balls. A little? Okay, let me see if I can turn it up a little bit more. How about now? You should be able to hear it, like, a good amount now.
Who's gonna be my next
It should be
opponent?
pretty audible, but let me know if it's not.
I'm real excited to test out my skills.
It's always a little tricky getting the audio settings right every time I do a stream. But it should be good now. Let me hear it too. Every time I do a stream. But yeah, it seems fine. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, I have my stable cam on, I have my bloom, and also I do have a color boost mod on that I made a while ago, but I never did release. It bumps up the saturation a tad bit and does a bit of color correction. Welcome in, Brain. When does rank drop? It should be available. It was supposed to be available today, but they ended up not dropping it for some reason. Because I guess there's some form of maintenance. They found a bug that was affecting health bars or something, from what people told me, so they had to take it down And I guess they're trying to release a hotfix soon for it. Yeah, listen, man. Listen to the tracks. We got the Tenkaichi tracks in the mods. Oh, lost courage. Okay. But yeah, let's go on training mode, live a little bit, because again, I don't play this. I mean, I play this game quote unquote every day, but it's just like single player mode against CPUs playing you know, world tournaments and stuff. Need Goku Cell Saga casual outfit? Hell yeah, man. With the 5'9" jacket, absolutely. Please, bro. The fishing episode goes crazy. So they added the same HP feature in singles, and it broke everything else. That is great. Interesting. I'll go Goku mid because that's my main.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't have to wait until 4 a.m. again. Hopefully they'll drop it midstream, then I can just restart my game and we can just hop on, you know what I mean? Ranked when? It was supposed to drop today, but I guess they're doing emergency maintenance. That's what they said. Initially I was preparing a thumbnail and stuff for the ranked drop, but I ended up having to change it a bit to suit the fact that we're not actually getting it today. God, this game goes so hard with actual Tenkaichi music. Oh yeah, they also have to fix the audio compression issue. It sounds very muffled. Ever since they dropped the Charlotte update, it's always sounded a little more low quality, I guess? Very compressed and muffled. Doesn't sound quite right. Like I'm filming from an Android from 13 years ago. That's what the sound is like. The dash attack not doing blowback is so fun. Yeah, dude. I'm glad that you can actually extend off that now. You can actually plan combo routes from that. So I'm very happy. Also, did you guys ever notice this weird bug? That no matter where you hit a character, you're gonna end up getting confetti for some reason. They found a bug where Goku says Kaioken and not Kaioken. Oh, are they reusing Tenkaichi voice tracks again? That's funny. They were supposed to be gone. I know some characters do use Tenkaichi voice tracks, like Turles has some, and Baby has some, but that's really funny. Kaioken, ha! That's how I remember it. It'd be very funny if we got the HD version of I'm angry! Because I would love to do that. Hold on. Because now he says, now I'm mad! Yep. But yeah. If you lose one time, you have to delete the game forever. Well, I'm on training mode right now. The thing is, I was gonna enjoy ranked today, but they said hell no. One of the best transformations for real? Absolutely, I love this transformation. Oh yeah, did you guys see? I don't know if you guys were there for the last stream, but they changed the detransformation camera. I think it's kind of neat. They removed them after the Yajirobe patch, but they added some back. Interesting. Very interesting. A lot of things work differently. I will admit the movement seems a little more fluid, especially when you're actually approaching the opponent. Hey, see? You can do crazy stuff. In today's video, I'm going to play ranked till I become #1. If I lose, I uninstall Sparking's Hero forever. Could you imagine if I made videos like that? Honestly, if Sparking Zero released in a good condition, I probably would be making videos like that. But it was really, really bad at launch. And I guess one thing that kind of kept people from continuing playing the game was the lack of single-player content. Other than just episode battle, right? I mean, custom battle is there, but once you've played one, you've kind of played all of them. It's very rare to find a really good custom battle. But when you do, it hits very hard, dude. There are some very creative people, but most of them are a little uncreative in their ventures, I'm afraid. How do you feel about the health bar change? I like it. I'm gonna be honest. There's a little more sense of urgency. There's a greater sense of urgency to get the opponent's health down now. Because if you play as a Goku mid and then you fight against a Gogeta 4, you're like, well, if they win, it makes sense, right? They're a Gogeta 4. But now it's like, if I lose, it's a skill issue. So now I have no excuse to lose. But if I lost against a Gogeta 4 before, it was like, yeah, whatever, man. You were a Gogeta 4, of course you won. Now it's like, okay, now I gotta step my game up. Apparently, custom battle mode has a bunch of bugs that Bandai just has not fixed. Yes, they have a bunch of repeat dialogue. They have some issues with how if you do a free character, and if you hover over a character and then start the battle, it will always default to Goku Super. You have to specifically select that character. You can't just press start battle when you hover over a character. It's a weird bug. There's a bunch of other bugs too, related to how some of the events occur, but they could easily add a Battle Royale mode. I'm not sure how that would work in this game. I feel like Gogeta 4 doesn't do massive single hit damage, he just does so many hits it's hard to keep up. Side-Eye, I don't know if you were there for that stream, but you remember when I was fighting Bahoy and he was playing Gogeta Blue, and I was playing Gogeta 4? The barrier couldn't keep me away because of how fast Gogeta 4 punched. It was very funny. I did, yeah, I'm not sure why that was, but I kept doing it over and over, but it was just extremely funny. Also, reminder, standard controls are still like superior, like completely superior to classic. And this is coming from somebody who's played Tenkaichi for years. I played classic for the first few months for Sparking, and I was like, yeah, this is good, right? I'm enjoying it. Well, as much as I could enjoy it with the condition it was in. And then I started playing Standard. I taught myself how to use Standard. Bro, night and day difference. You see this? Instant. Completely instant. Completely instant. But if you do Classic, you have to do a little more... Well, you have to do double tap instead of just charging up, right? It's also a little bit more convenient to do grabs, because instead of doing double tap for your X button, you would always have to do a step in before your grab, right? Now it's just an input. It's a guard and a rush attack. So on PS5 that would be L1 and square. And it's the same input for the ground throw as well. Well, like that, right? It's very nifty. Very, very nifty. Now, one thing I'm a little bit bummed out about is the fact that revenge counter is on R3, but I guess it makes sense. You have to be a little more mindful of a few more inputs, but in my opinion, it works. I'm not the biggest fan of perception being one button, though. I'm not huge on that. That's why I rarely use it now. I used to use it a lot on Classic, but I barely ever use it now. Because I just... One, they nerfed it to hell, right? It's useless now. And I'm happy about the fact that it is useless, because every time you would do any kind of combo input, people would just do, whoop, wow, free attack parry for one stock that built up in 3 seconds. Came from Raging Blast, so I was always going to play Standard. Gotcha. They would need to implement a lock-on and lock-off feature for Battle Royale, yeah. I'm not too sure how it would work. They might have to take some hits from Zenkai Battle Royale. I think that's the only proper Battle Royale game we've ever gotten. As for other types of fighting games, Dragon Ball fighting games where we've had more than 2 characters, Xenoverse is a pretty solid example, right? There's Battle of Z, but we don't talk about Battle of Z, even though I did like that game as a kid, because it was the only Dragon Ball game I had access to for a while. Because I had a Vita, and the Vita only had Battle of Z. This game is in a much better state compared to launch, absolutely. I actually hop on daily now. Even though I don't play online very consistently, I'll hop on quick match here and there, right? I'll admit, there are a lot of sweats but that's to be expected. Any game where the incentive is to win, there will be sweats. Like, what do you mean you're doing combo resets on me in quick match when I'm playing Goku mid and you've picked Hyperbolic Time Chamber? You know what I mean? People will sweat no matter what. You can't change that. It's kind of annoying seeing people constantly crap on it. Well, see, here's the thing. Part of me is like, partly it's kind of justified, right? The other part of me is like, maybe we're doing a little too much, you know? I'll admit, I straight up didn't like the game at launch. But I was still, instead of saying, my god, this game is dog shit, Bandai, this game is awful, take it back, don't, like, never make a game again. Instead of saying that, you know what I did? I made a feedback document with like 10 other people. I put my hatred towards something useful. My hatred of this game was so strong I made a 26-page document. And you know what? It seems like they listened, at least for parts of it. You get a lot of good practice in quick matches, which is nice. That is true. I will admit though, when you fight against a sweat on quick match, it throws you off because most people on quick match play very casually, but then you'll get like every third or fourth match, you'll get a really sweaty player, and they'll do this like crazy reset. They'll do a dash and then do a key blast smash, right? And that throws you off because everybody else isn't doing that, so you have to adjust very, very quickly. On ranked though, that's pretty much everybody. That's why I'm curious how I'd fare on ranked right now. Unfortunately, it's down because Bandai messed some things up, it seems. I don't know. Be less graphically intensive. Oh, yeah, right. You're talking about Battleground. Post-final Daima DLC is what scares me. Bandai's probably going to go radio silent before we hear about a Season 2, or they just announce it. Or final Daima pack. Right, okay, so here's the thing. Now, don't take this as a definitive word. I don't know if this is true. But I've seen a pattern, right? Every single anime game that Bandai has released in the past year, maybe 2, 3, 4 years, they've had 2 seasons for each game, even the failures. JoJo All-Star Battle was not a failure, but its player base completely dropped the game because the netcode was awful. But it still got 2 seasons. Cursed Clash was a commercial failure, but it still got 2 seasons. I'm pretty sure Jump Force even got 2 seasons, right? Even though technically Jump Force was a commercial success. I guess licensing and stuff and player base issues kind of made it kind of die. But ultimately, it still got 2 seasons, right? That makes me think that every anime game is contractually obligated to do 2 seasons. That's my guess. Don't take it at face value. Now, what that means for sparking is something completely different. Because how do you make DLC for a game like Sparking? You do the newest, most popular stuff, right? What's the newest, most popular stuff? Superhero. Already did that. Daima, half of it's already done. Daima Part 2, that's coming very soon. Probably at the end of the month. Probably maybe at the end of this month or early mid next month. That's my guess. It's kind of hard to tell now because of Shallot. But they did DLC drops for Sparking every 3 months. If they follow that, we should be getting it Daima Pack 3 at the end of the month. That being said, how do you move forward from that? Right? That's the big question. My personal wish, and I don't want them to charge people for it, but they 100% will, they're gonna start bringing back Tenkaichi 3 characters. Yeah, it's 2 parts. Pack 2, I mean. Diamond Pack 2. I misspoke. That being said, though, right. I think they're gonna start bringing back Tenkaichi characters. And they might do a map packs. That's my guess. I am almost certain that this game will get a Season 2. It makes no sense for them to not do it. For two reasons. A, every other anime game has done it. Every other Bandai anime game has done it. Right? Secondly, this game's still a commercial success. You can talk about, oh my god, Sparking Zero is such a commercial failure. It's not like a Tenkaichi game. Okay, it still sold more than the Call of Duty that year. What's your point? You know what I mean? Oh wait, not that year, but that term. That term where pre-orders were going up. I'm pretty sure Sparking did better than Call of Duty. What's your point? It still sold more than 5.4 million copies. What's your point? It's still a commercial success. It doesn't matter what you personally believe about the game, this game is still a commercial success. And even though this game might not be as good to people like me as Tenkaichi 3, it's still the biggest anime game of all time. Content-wise, maybe not. But look at the sheer scale. Have you seen any anime game with an arena this big? That's a PvP title? Just look at it. Can you look at me straight in the face and tell me any anime game has been built to this scale? Any anime game. I don't think so. You can? Which one? A PvP focused title? An arena fighter specifically? Is that an arena fighter? I've never actually paid attention to the Sword Art Online games. It is in an arena. I've never really... Send me some videos. It needs a little more sauce to be great. Yeah, it certainly does. It most definitely does. Because when you really start looking at the game, it starts looking more and more amateurish. It starts feeling more like the interns were put on this game, more so than the senior devs, right? Specifically when you look at this. Not this animation. I'll show you what I mean. Look at this.
We're settling this right here and now.
Now you look at that, and you look at the Tenkaichi version of this same super, then you tell me which one looks better. My personal opinion, this one's not the one. You don't really feel the hits. It's not paced very well. And the animation's alright. It's fine-ish, right? It's lacking a lot to be considered a super that I can genuinely see and say, wow, that looked like it hurt. The Tenkaichi 3 one? Bro, that man was doing backflips and shit and like smacking you in the gut, smacking you in the face, turning you around and shit, bro. That one looked like it hurt. That game's supers were insane. May I have consent to watch your stream? Absolutely. Welcome in, Shonen. Do you think Spike would be willing to remake the moves to look closer to BT3, or are they too stubborn? Well, here's the thing. When it comes to very minuscule stuff like, ooh, I don't like how the super looks, I think they'd just be less willing to do that. Because at the end of the day, the gameplay is what matters most. Unless something looks absolutely abysmal, they're not gonna fix it. Nobody's arguing the game doesn't look beautiful, it's the other parts that seem very lackluster. I would dare even say it doesn't always look beautiful. I'm gonna be completely honest. I've made it very clear. I did not like how this game looked. And I got shit on for it, right? I do like it now, right? And I'll tell you parts of reasons why I don't like some of the visual choices they made. Let's go to a more well-lit map really quick. So, this is completely related to me being a 3D artist. This won't apply to most people. If you look at a character like Goku, and you look at the shading on the gi, you'll see there are about 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-ish tones of color, right? For shading. The thing that really bothered me is that the shadowed parts were getting overlapped by an active dynamic shader. And that made it look like a mobile game to me. A lot of mobile games tend to do stuff like that, because a lot of the shadows are textured on. The issue is Sparking Zero's shadows are not textured on. They're baked into the material, so there's no reason that the lighting engine shouldn't recognize that as a light, like a dynamic light source part. That was my issue with the game, the lighting system at least. I've made it very clear, I don't think this is the best looking Dragon Ball game. Not even close. But I do like how it looks now. Like, the general look of it, I'm okay with. Obviously, I've mentioned my issues with some of the models before, like, Trunks doesn't look quite right to me. You know, we don't talk about Android 13. I despise this model. I don't know what they did. It really does feel like they took Goku's torso and just stretched his limbs. But again, that's me nitpicking, right? That being aside, I was like, okay, I'm not the biggest fan of how the game looks. Maybe I'll like how the gameplay is. And I went to Anime Expo to try the game out, and I was in love with it, right? Very, very much in love with it. I love the game. Is it possible to retrofit Ultimate Animations from Budokai Legends to Sparking? Yes, it is. It's very easy to mod that kind of stuff in. At least when it comes to the character part. I know Lean GPT, or Lean, forgot the rest of his username. He was working on a script to import the cameras from Blender, but he never updated me on that, so I don't know where that's gone or how that's going. But custom animations are very much possible. But anyway, like I was saying, I love the game. I loved the game at Anime Expo, but then the game came out. Or before the game came out, I went to Spokon to try the game out again. And they had changed the demo drastically gameplay-wise. If Cherry's in the chat, Cherry can vouch for me. After playing the demo for an hour at Spokon, I had to walk away. I couldn't stand the game for more than an hour. But I still recorded videos constantly. And then the game came out and it was like the Spokon demo. I did not like it. And that's why I ended up making that document with a bunch of people. Welcome in, Gravy. At least it's not Jump Force Trunks. True. It's safe to nitpick because the game's out. You're in a safe space. I hope so, man. Do you remember the amount of... God, the amount of jumping we got. You had insane withdrawals. I did, yeah. No, I loved the Anime Expo demo. But fortunately, I can positively say Sparking in its current state, in my personal opinion, is better than that Anime Expo demo. Launch Sparking Zero sucked, dude. It sucked so much. I just wonder why they took out so much from the previous version of it. I'm guessing just time crunching, man. Probably some higher up at Shueisha was like, well, you see, we have this anime coming out called Dragon Ball Daima. It would be cool if you released him alongside the game. And if you released the game alongside the show. You know what I mean? That's probably what happened. That's probably why the game came out so rushed. So many bugs, so many exploits. But then you go look at the demos and I'm like, bro, this looks like a more complete game. What happened? Why do we have short dash chains? Why do we have blast combos? Why do we have wall bounces still in there? But the game that we got and we paid for doesn't have any of that. We were advertised all of these things and none of them are in. Listen, all of that, and those same people do not talk about this game anymore. Never will fall for that. Up again the next game, yeah. How many years till somebody leaks the Anime Expo demo? Like years past, like with every other DBZ game that had an event demo. Here's the thing. That's probably never gonna happen. Bandai keeps a pretty tight ship. It's very unlikely something like that's ever gonna happen. Only way that can happen is if Bandai listens to the community and starts working with the community. Maybe they create like a community group that tests patches before the game's updates come out, right? Maybe they'll be like, oh hey, you group of content creators, play this older build and tell us what you like about it. Maybe we'll bring some of these features back. Something like that could happen, but again, Bandai is a very tight ship run company, and they will likely never do that kind of thing. They're very... what's the right word for it? Very picky with who they want to work with and also with what they want to do. They weren't going to balance the game, and once they patched Yajirobe, I knew they were going to paddle back. Ironically enough, I feel like the game felt better before the Yajirobe patch. The game low-key felt a little bit better before the Yajirobe patch. Netcode was better. Gameplay felt a little smoother. I don't know. Something just felt a little bit better. I don't know. Could just be placebo or something. I don't know. But something about it felt better before that Yajirobe patch. But yeah, that being said, I do like the game a lot now. I still hop on it regularly. Do I like it as much as Tenkaichi 3? No, and that's okay. It's their first attempt at a Tenkaichi game in 17 years, right? And I'll cut them some slack for that. I'll cut Spike slack for that. I'm not cutting Bandai slack for that. Listen, Bandai, I love your games and I've grown up on them, but I gotta be honest, man. Please, finish your games before they come out. If your devs tell you, hey, this needs another year, take another year. Trust me, you'll be better off. You're not gonna receive the negative feedback every time. You're trying to... What ends up happening a lot with Bandai games is they rush to release for very quick and sudden profit, but then the games drop. Quick rise and quick fall type deal, you know what I mean? Very quick rise and very quick fall. That's what happened with Sparking Zero. They didn't take enough time to polish the game. And I'm certain, with how Spike was going with the game in those demos, I am certain that the game was going to be 100 times better than it is now. So yes, Bandai, I implore you. First and foremost, fix Sparking Zero. Make it good. Because right now, I can't recommend this game unless it's on sale. On a heavy sale.
I motion that we ask Miss Bulma to cook something for us.
If you improve it, you add costumes and a progression system where you can work towards stuff, I'd be more inclined to recommend it at full price.
What can that thing do anyway?
Bandai wanted to kill CC2 for asking for Storm 4 to be delayed and axed the PS3 version. They did it very brutally. I see. Why wasn't Ryomito the executive producer for Tenkaichi 2 and 3 and Raging Blast part of Sparking Zero? He was an overseer of the project, supposedly. Now, I want to make it very clear. I don't know exactly what was going on behind the scenes. All I can say are assumptions. When Bandai says that somebody's in charge of something, they kind of mean it at face value, right? They're more so the faces of the game. Jun Furuutani probably had less involvement than any Spike executive. I'm pretty certain Jun Furuutani is nothing more than a face for the game. I'm sure he had some form of involvement in the game, but I don't think he was there day in and day out, working with the Spike Chunsoft team. I doubt that was the case. It's always Bandai Japan, US and U are the years, and Japan is the head. Gotcha. Every anime game has that fast rise and fast fall major difference. Now is we're stuck with that game for a while instead of getting renditions of the game same game yearly. Yeah. I didn't get the point of Whis' mode, but it's funny. God, it's too difficult. Oh yeah, they re-released the Legendary Face-Off, and I'm pretty sure it's Whis, right? I checked it out before checking ranked. I didn't play it, but I checked it out to see what it was about. But they brought it back, and it's Whis instead of Broly now. So it's quite cool. Sparking seemed to be a product of not making it like Tenkaichi 3, especially after they saw how they were playing T3 at the Battle Hour stream. I'm still confused, right? I gotta be really honest, and I would love if anybody at Bandai could talk to me. They won't, but if anybody at Bandai would be willing to talk to me, what happened behind the scenes? What was the development like? Anybody at Spike, I'd take anybody at Spike too, because they were the ones working on the game day in, day out, right? I want to understand, what was the philosophy? Because clearly, they wanted to take parts of Tenkaichi 3. They wanted to take parts of Raging Blast, right? They wanted to take elements of Xenoverse. They wanted to take elements of Kakarot. And make it into a Tenkaichi game formula type of deal. But it didn't really mesh well at first. It took a lot of time. I want to hear about the development and creative process for this. I really do. Will Bandai ever let me do that? Probably not. Especially because I mod their games. Like, directly. They're cool with people who review mods, right? But they don't like when people make mods for the game. I knew it was gonna be like, wasn't gonna be like Tenkaichi 3. Just look at what happened between Tenkaichi 3 and Raging Blast 1. They started listening to people's complaints about it being hard and changed the game. That's true. It's funny, people kept complaining that the game was too difficult, so they made basically Tenkaichi Light with Raging Blast. And then nobody played Raging Blast. You compare Raging Blast 1 and 2 sales to Tenkaichi and it's like... It's honestly a little depressing. Do you have issues with the main menu on startup after the Charlotte update? It takes me a minute before I can even switch to battle options or anything. I do not. I'm not too sure. Raging Blast, they nerfed it 2, they nerfed it even more. I did not like Raging Blast 2. And I'm somebody who played Raging Blast more recently, like a year or two ago. I played the first one, I kind of liked it, because I liked the story mode and stuff. 2, I hated the combat. I despise the combat. Alright, let's see, it's a DP battle situation. Let me see who I want to keep on the team. Goku mid is it's kind of a staple. I'm gonna keep him here. Plays so different from BT, but that's what I love about it. The cancel mechanic and signature skill was elite. Sparking Zero doesn't have its own thing. That's the thing. My philosophy when it comes to making sequels is, especially for games like these, build on top of what you already have. What did Sparking Zero do? Sparking Zero do? It changed most of everything, honestly. It changed everything. It changed movement, it changed how he was handled, it changed how melee was handled, it changed how blasts, rushes, ultimates were handled, it changed everything. They didn't build on top of the formula, they changed it entirely. I'd take a Raging Blast 1 and 2 remaster over Sparking Zero any day. I disagree, but you are welcome to entirely... And just... what am I trying to say? You're welcome to have your own opinion. I respect your opinion. That being said, though, yes. I don't know why exactly they decided to go the route they did, but they did, and we have to kind of stick by it. We don't really have a choice. And I'm at a point now where playing Sparking Zero gives me joy for different reasons. And I can't really call it a Tenkaichi game, but at this point, I don't really want it to be a Tenkaichi game. I'm fine with where they're kind of going with it now and forging its own identity. It's not perfect, but I think it's still a game that I can hop on and still enjoy and have fun with. You know what I mean? Sparking is a better sequel to BT3 than Raging Blast? Absolutely. It still plays like Tenkaichi. Well, sort of. It got that, at first glance feeling, it's got that Tenkaichi feel. But the more you play it, the more it feels unlike it. If that makes sense. Let's see who I want to play. Oh yeah, I can also equip capsules and stuff, huh? Yeah, it's fine. Obviously couldn't do it 100% like BT3 since it was built on top of 2 games. SC was made entirely from scratch. It's kind of like a monkey's paw thing, right? Give us a new Tenkaichi game. Oh, but it's 17 years later, built on a new engine, and it plays nothing like it. Custom battle is fun when you don't use it as intended and mix it with video editing. It's really funny, Shonen, you say that, because I have a video possibly coming soon, because I made a custom battle that I'll be voicing over, probably, pretty soon. Missed the old dash movement. Getting rid of that was kind of worrying me, but it's not too bad. Gotcha.
Well, it looks to me like you
Could
have
breathe so
some
much life
skill.
into the game if they brought back the features from a demo. True.
Fortunately for you, Angel
Oh,
such
one
as
of the
myself
Budokai themes
cannot
is
go
playing, because I
on.
guess the mod creator also added some Budokai themes alongside the Tenkaichi themes. Boom. Boom. Okay. We're getting those angelic back shots.
This is a handicap.
Oh. Too far from that. How do you guys feel about Whis in this game? I feel like I was expecting him to be a little crazier with moveset. But he's... I feel like he holds back on purpose. That's kind of his gimmick, it feels. Because he has, like, burst coming to the ultimate as well, right? Oh, I got a buff for some reason. That's interesting. I keep getting out of range for that. That's bad. Are music mods online compatible, or does it disconnect you? It should be working fine, I imagine.
Well, that was an interesting technique. Do you think
Launch
you could
Wii
show me
players
again?
were evil? Yeah. Launch anybody player was evil, bro. You remember those resets with key blast spams? God. Where's Vados and Champa? I mean, I don't really care about them, personally. I'm not saying they shouldn't be in the game, I just don't care for them. So I have no qualms with them not being here. What's
This might
here?
be your chance
Oh,
to
that's where
become
you get your
even
rewards. That's
stronger.
right. Oh, we can actually get Super Dragon Balls? That's good.
Surprise. What?
I remember I couldn't get them because I already had a stack of Super Dragon Balls, and then the game said, oh yeah, you can't get any more, and that's the only way to get it with the story mode. Feel like Whis and UI Goku aren't as nuts as I thought they would be with the Ultra Instinct, but I guess Goku's excuse is that it's TOP Goku and not Manga Goku who's more experienced. Gotcha. When does the season start? Is it tonight? It was supposed to start, like, midnight today, but they said, oh, we gotta do fixing, maintenance, we got bugs and stuff. So we have to patiently wait until they figure it out. They get their act together. July 4th? That's when it's coming
Well, it
out?
looks to me like you have some skill.
Dang. Still 3 days away.
You've gotten a bit stronger,
It's fine.
haven't
We're gonna be
you?
playing this game mode in the meantime, I guess. Login bonus. Now? What? Ooh. Nah, that was disrespectful as hell. Ooh. Okay. And he's got super armor now. Fantastic. How lovely. Nah, that's actually disrespectful, bro. BT4 is back. I'm not sure about that, but we do have Sparking Zero. Ooh, okay, I'm just gonna swap out. July 4th is America Day. I'm not gonna be playing Sparking Zero. I'm gonna be celebrating. I'm gonna go watch a fireworks show in my neighborhood. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna eat maybe some barbecue. I don't know what I will eat, but maybe some barbecue. Why did he say it like that, man? Stop! He's like irritated about the fact that I'm trying to attack him. Which, I mean, fair. I'd be very irritated if somebody was trying to punch my face too, but like, damn, bro. Just let me hit you. Cool, my beloved. Agreed. They never see this coming. But will the CPU? Yes, the CPU did see it coming. I know it's dangerous, man. I don't need you to tell me that. Good luck in the advanced difficulty. Man. I usually play against CPUs that are not very smart. I found out that Brawlhalla has more incentives for their seasonal rank than SZ. That's depressing. Hold on, let me catch up to the chat really quick. This gets worse on ranked or advanced. That sucks. Fireworks and cookouts, baby. Hell yeah. Freedom Day. I love Freedom Day. Okay, 50-50 chance we could get Daima Pack 2 DLC voices English dub. Probably not with the hotfix. But we will probably get it with the last pack. And if we don't, I question their sanity. And I'll start questioning mine. Why do I pay money for the season pass? Or why do I pay money for anime games when stuff like this happens so often? Oh yeah, tomorrow they're showing the new My Hero game. How do you guys feel about that? I played a lot of the first game. And, a little bit of the second. I stopped playing the second one because I fell out of My Hero. I watched one episode of season 5 and it was so bad that it stopped making me want to watch it. I really liked the show up to that point, but I don't know why season 5 episode 1 specifically was so bad. I'm sure the rest of the season was probably fine, but that first episode was so bad. Season 4 was a banger, though. Advanced is worse, Mira said. First game was a scam, second game was cool, I don't care about the third game, gotcha, gotcha. I'm saying we won't because even Legends doesn't have dub anime voices. Ah, that sucks. But yeah, I fell out of My Hero years ago, around pandemic time.
Huh. I wonder if you'll
I hope
be
the MHA
challenged.
the game gets better treatment than we are.
You've gotten a bit stronger, haven't you?
Well, even My Hero, the first one had crazy customization, so they were eating better than we are right now. Back when My Hero Once Justice came out. And then 2 made it even crazier, right? They were eating way more than we are right now. Customization-wise. I'll admit the character selection was a little bit disappointing, but I really liked the first game. I didn't play much of the second game, though, because, yeah, like I said, I just stopped watching the show entirely. God, this guy knows how to dodge. I'm angry! Is he just a dodge machine? In this mode? In the advanced version? Bro knows how to dodge everything. What the hell? What do I do? Just lock in? Because he's not hitting me or anything. Alright, man. Alright, man. First game, they promised DLC, gave us, what, like 2 characters and dipped? I dream about sparking stereotypes, locking in, and making it as good as Genshin Squadron presentation-wise. That would be the dream. It uses the deadbeat. Bro, I hate the characters that you spam moves like that. Would you mind piping down? Would you mind piping down? Would you mind piping down? That was embedded in my brain after playing the Anime Expo demo. Would you mind piping down? That ulti did 4k damage? Yeah, I'm cooked. Did he just heal? I wasn't paying attention. I was reading chat. Biblically accurate Whis? Yes, it is. Very much biblically accurate Whis. Oh. And he's got super armor. Fantastic. You won't survive this time. You won't survive this time. Or wait, which one is that? Who says that? Perfect self. You won't survive this time. You won't survive this time. Okay, now we got the spam coming in. I see. Take that and then that. Oh, yep, it's beginning. My God. Alright, let me lock in real quick. Oh god, his Ki Blasts took out a whole health bar. What the hell, man? What is this character? Especially in this mode. Did he just like glide on the... Did he just glide midair? What? Take that and that and that. I messed up the perfect smash. I'm gonna die. Oh god. Bro, please. Please just let me hit you. No, I will not be taking that. He did say ow, so it hurt him a little bit. Oh god. I messed up the vanish. No! Take that, then that! Man, shut up. Please. Get out of my face. Space Mug Attack. Come on, land. Please. No, then. Oh man. That's extremely tragic, actually. Wait, whoa! Why did he go in Sparky mode so fast? No, that's insane! Did y'all see that? Fastest character in history versus faster character of today. Nah, he got sparking mode instantly. What the hell was that, bro? He just charged up. Bro, he sounds so unserious.
What could this be?
He's like, no! Oh. Nah, bro. This man's movement is diabolical. Bro does not give a damn. Bro, why are you going sparking so fast? Please! I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. See, I told you I'm locked in. Right in front of you. Oh, he's probably gonna vanish this, isn't he? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's actually no way. Actually, no way. If you hate Whis finger beams, go fight against Final Form Frieza and Raging Blast 2. All he spams is, you might die this time! Please tell me he doesn't heal himself. I might actually, like, shut off the game. This was my favorite combo route in Tenkaichi 3, to just, like, slam the characters on the ground. I'm so glad they brought it back. It's so fun to do. Oh. This seems to be working for some reason. Why is it working? Okay, now he wants me to stop. Alright.
Take that and that and that. Here you go.
Now I'm mad!
That's dangerous, you know.
That's great. That's great. This fight's easier with MUI, I imagine. I think this boss raid is pretty fun and a little bit better than Broly. A little more variety, I'm noticing. Yeah, he doesn't just insta-spark every 2 seconds and, like, kill you with an ultimate. Well, he does kill you with a super every 2 seconds. I lied. But my point is, it's a little more varied. Seems like there's a little more...
Take that and that and that. Here you go.
Oh god, hold on.
Take that and
I can't multitask right. Oh god, I only have Pansy left. I might be cooked, because Pansy has no damage output.
What could this be? Take that and that and that.
Please, brother, please. Whis. I'll give you a cup of ramen, man. It's a child, Whis. Have mercy, Whis. Have mercy, brother. It's a child. It's a child. Please just die. Don't make this any more difficult for me than it already is. I beg. I beg. Just die. Good God. Had me sweating as Pansy of all characters. Good lord. Good lord. Pansy of all characters. You're making me sweat as Pansy. Have some shame. It is over. At last. Alright, let's see. Did they unlock Super? Oh, did they not? Do they not have Super for this one? They had a Super for Broly. Rankings. Let's see who's at top. I am not very high. Oh, okay, that's a lot worse. Oh, wow. Super for Broly. Say that again. I'm gonna make it my goal to only use Pansy in ranked when the season starts. Good luck with that, my friend. Good luck with that. Also, y'all like my title? I'm a big fan of ice cream, if you couldn't tell. What are your guys' favorite ice cream flavors? Let me see the top. Let me see the top rankings. Can I not see? Huh. I guess I can't see. Interesting. She has no defensive roots, no follow-ups, and no damage output, but I will try. Good luck. Good luck. Cookies and cream, gotcha. Chocolate. Chocolate, gotcha, gotcha. Decent choices, decent choices. I'll admit, and I have a pretty strong confession. One that gives me odd looks every time I mention it. I'm not a big fan of cookies and cream ice cream. It's just very sweet. Too sweet. Way too sweet for me. Press RT. Yeah, RT's not doing anything. Because that's just replay. It lets me see my game.
I wonder if you'll be a challenge.
My, you've gotten a bit
Sugar
stronger,
cookie.
haven't
Nice,
you?
nice. I don't know if I've ever had a
Such
sugar
fun.
cookie ice cream. Happy with the singles change. Now every character will be viable except Satan. Maybe, yeah. Sherbird is underrated. True, actually. Especially when you get one of those, like, orange ones. Bro, it hits hard. Especially on a hot day. Didn't even know it existed. Oh, cookies and cream? Yeah. It's like, it's just Oreos in ice cream. Usually. Usually it's just Oreo and ice cream. So if y'all like Oreos and ice cream, that could be a flavor for you, but unfortunately, I don't think those two things go together for me. Big fan of eating them separately, though. Yeah, I can't check the tops. I love that name. Where is it? Oh shit, he's goated! He got the same title. Snickers ice cream is pretty good too. I don't think I've had that one. Let me see if I recognize any of these people. Literally nobody. I literally know nobody here. What about here? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know any of these people. That's... Man. They're probably at top, huh? Top scoring nobodies? Man. I didn't say all that. I did not say all that. Cookies and cream is different for legal purposes. Ah, gotcha.
Everybody's here.
Oh yeah, I got contact lenses yesterday.
Everybody's here.
It was a weirdly life-changing experience. Because I've seen with glasses almost all my life. Well, most of my life. And contacts are...
Okay, I'm gonna give this one my best shot.
Everything looked bigger for some reason. I guess glasses make everything look smaller by default, and lenses show you the true size of what things are. Can you remove them? Yeah, you have to remove them before you go to bed and before you shower and stuff. I'm not wearing them right now because I was instructed to wear them if I'm wear glasses if I'm studying or using my computers and stuff. I could never touch my eyes. Bro, they had me sit down yesterday for like 30 minutes. Because I couldn't put my lenses in my eyes. Because every time I tried, I would just like blink immediately. Because I have very sensitive eyes. So, immediately, yeah, no, I had to... the amount of times I had to try, bro. My god. But yes, it's very strange to wear contacts after not wearing them, or not having no glasses for a very long time. It's been too long, actually. What you're saying is a solar flare would make you permanently blind? I think that would blind most people, no? Supposed to be very bright, like a retina burning bright. Y'all like BoJack in this game? I think he's kind of interesting.
Another fool who doesn't know where to look.
I've had enough. It's finally time for me to unleash my
Hey, the
most
crazy
devastating
Toriyama
attack.
manga cover outfits in the game. Could you imagine if they put Brazilian Goku in the game? Because there's one where he's wearing like Brazil clothes from the Olympics with a medal in his hand. That one looks sick. Ah, damn, I messed up. Y'all can't listen. You can't tell me that the music from Tenkaichi 3 doesn't go hard in this game. It's so hard, bro. It goes so incredibly hard. Innocent World fits perfectly. Brazilian Goku's gonna. Oh shit. Hold on, I gotta lock in.
I'll finish you off right now. Get back here.
See, this feels like Tenkaichi 3 now. The music makes such a big difference, dude. It's actually insane how much of an impact the music alone had on me. Like, Sparking Zero's music is fine, but it's no Tenkaichi music, bro. Oh. Oh, I have Paralyzing Ki Blast, that's sick. Nah, BoJack's kinda cool. Went to the eye doctor to get new glasses and said I wanted to try contacts. She put some eye drops in my eyes and flinched. She pretty much said, "You ain't built for this, bro." That's crazy. That is actually insane. Oh, it's looped kind of weird though. I know somebody in the modding server is making a new OST pack that loops stuff better. Awake, hell yeah. I gotta put some bangers on, hold on. Oh, I love High and Scream, dude. On Destroyed Planet Namek, it's gonna be banging, bro. Hold on, let me put on Goku mid.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta change this outfit. Gotta make it match the occasion, you know what I mean? Where is he?
All shall be reduced to ash.
Nah, just listen. Just listen to it.
The wait is over. I'm at full power, just as you asked.
Let's finish this.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You can't tell me that ain't fire. That's so cool. Now you'll pay! Frieza! Y'all remember that? From the story mode in Tenkaichi 3? Y'all remember that? Oh, damn. That was impressive.
It's useless.
Damn, okay, I walked right into that one. That was kind of on me. Oh! Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Oh. It's peak. It's peak. Sparking Zero with Tenkaichi OSTs go so hard, bro. One thing I do miss from Tenkaichi 3 that they didn't introduce with Goku Mid in this game is Tenkaichi 3 made Goku Mid sound extremely angry. But this one doesn't sound very angry. Yeah, he sounds a little more excited. The music fits so perfectly. Why don't they want our money? I'm saying, bro, if they released it today for $30 with all the Tenkaichi 2 and 3 tracks, I would pay it immediately. No questions asked. I wouldn't even bother checking the price. I would just buy it. It better be the HQ versions though, because they did reuse some of the tracks for Raging Blast and stuff after Kenji Yamamoto got arrested. Is this Vital Burner? I forgot. I wonder if they'll ever bother doing a unique model for the early characters in Goku Mid's hair at this point. Probably not. Not now. This is Vital Burner, right? Please let me know if I'm wrong. I think this is the one. Well, we're going with it. This on Destroyed City stage, bro. For some reason, that's embedded in my memory. That's Wild Rush, gotcha. Wild Rush on this Destroyed City stage is embedded in my brain. Where is Future Gohan? It's only fitting.
No other choice.
Go up against 17.
Time to clean up. All right, I'm bored. Time for me to kill you already.
Come on, man. It's not, the fight didn't even start, right? The fight didn't even start, but it's already peak.
Have no value to you, androids?
It's already peak, guys. This is Tenkaichi. This is what I'm talking about. Half the experience was just music. Oh, bro, come on. Let me just ground sweep you. Also, is it me, or has movement increased, like, insanely? I feel like people are moving a lot more around the map now. Which I'm really happy about, because old Tenkaichi games were all about movement and positioning.
Ending this. Masenko!
Fight you? No. I want to kill you.
This has to stop.
Also, I have depression. Insane amounts.
What does he say?
It doesn't matter. Everybody's dead.
I remember spending hours replaying the story missions that had the city, just flying through the buildings to get Dragon Balls. Bro. And also the Rocky Land stage, where you had to go through the rock pillars. Especially on the Turles mission. and the cooler mission. Y'all remember that? Oh, brother. The update gave us better movement. You can get out of resets now. Hell yeah. Wish you could use costume mods online without it disconnecting you. Extreme Conquerors. Have you considered that maybe we don't select the stage? I mean, if you don't like it, you can always just not pick it. You know what I mean? There were some stages in Tenkaichi 3 I would just generally avoid picking. It was rare, but I would avoid some of them. Hell was one I didn't really like. Because of the collision stuff. But I did like how it looked. Oh, bro, Dynamite Battle, it's peak. Hold on, hold on. Wait. Dynamite Battle is so peak, bro. Hold on. On Rocky Land, I gotta go here. Now, this one is extremely peak. I love Dynamite Battle. Shit, who do I pick? You know what? Why not? Why not? And then against Goku Super Saiyan 2. That's not the one. Hold on.
I'll give it everything I've got.
Ah, that's fair.
I'm not gonna waste any time. Let's finish this.
Oh, bro, it's on, bro. Come on. Come on. It's peak, bro. Bandai, take my money. Just do it. Just put the song in the game. Just do it, bro. This is Tenkaichi. This is the Tenkaichi I've always dreamed of, bro. Bro, this is the type of music that gets me hyped. This is the type of music you'll be listening in the gym and you'll start repping 50 pounds instead of 25. You know what I'm saying? It's this easy, Bandai. It's this easy. Take some MP3s, drag them over to Sparking Zero. That's all you gotta do, man.
Do you see now, Kakarot? I'm #1.
This is all you have to do. This is literally all you have to do. You see how excited I sound? From an MP3 file? An MP3 file got me all acting up and stuff, man. This is all you gotta do. And I'll pay $30 for it. I'll pay $30 for Dynamite Battle. It's Sparking Zero, okay? Bandai, you gotta do it. You have no excuse. Kenji Yamamoto didn't work on this soundtrack. He only worked on the Budokai ones. This is Tenkaichi 4. That's what I'm saying, bro. Oh, there it is. There it is, the meteor. Y'all remember the meteor? Hold on, let me go to the open field with Great Saiyaman, man. Or Gohan real quick. That's the sound of my childhood playing in my ears right now, man. This is what it's all about. This is the costume I always used to pick as a kid, too.
Okay.
It's peak. Wait, hold on. Who's gonna be my opponent? Let's go with Piccolo, why not?
Now it's my turn.
Bandai, listen to what's about to happen. Oh.
I seriously
Chef's
need
kiss.
to improve my ability as a martial artist again. Please, can you train me again, like the old days?
My training will help you get back.
Bandai,
your
this is
instinct.
all I'm asking.
Even so, you need to believe in your own power.
This is all I'm asking you, Bandai. Has anyone played ranked since the new update? I tried, but it said it's under maintenance. I guess they're gonna do it later. It was supposed to happen today, though.
Playing around.
Bro, we need hype songs. Sparking Zero doesn't have enough hype songs. I can't go Sparking mode. The hype moments in Aura are gonna go away. Welcome in, Solid. I have a Tenkaichi 2 and 3 OST mod enabled and I'm just gushing over it. This is all I want, man.
I can feel my warrior's instincts coming back.
I didn't know YouTube had a leaderboard system, by the way. I have not, I didn't know that was a thing either. It might be a more recent thing, because I've never seen it before. Bro, come on. Bandai. Bandai. Just do BT2 and BT3.